Who's heard of Tencent? Great start.
Imagine waking up tomorrow morning, you reach for your phone. You message your family, pay your electricity bill, book a taxi to work, order breakfast, transfer money to a friend, schedule a doctor's appointment, buy movie tickets, invest in stocks, play your favorite video game. And you do every single one of those things without ever leaving one app. To most people, that sounds impossible, but for over 1.43 billion monthly users, that's just another normal day. Tencent's Weixin and WeChat ecosystem has grown into one of the largest digital platforms on Earth, connecting more people than the populations of Europe and North America combined. The company behind this digital empire isn't Apple, it isn't Google, it isn't Microsoft, and it isn't Amazon. It's Tencent, a company so powerful that it quietly influences how billions of people communicate, play games, spend money, and even live their daily lives. Yet outside China, millions have never even heard its name. Today, Tencent is one of the world's largest technology companies, operating businesses in social media, gaming, fintech, cloud computing, artificial intelligence, digital entertainment, and enterprise software. But here's the question. How did a tiny startup founded by 4 young engineers become one of the most powerful corporations in human history? The answer is a story filled with risk, near bankruptcy, brilliant strategy, and decisions that changed the internet forever. A different kind of tech giant. When people think of Silicon Valley giants, they think about invention. Apple created the iPhone. Google transformed internet search. Amazon revolutionized online shopping. Netflix reinvented television. Tencent took a completely different path. Instead of dominating one industry, it quietly entered dozens. Gaming, messaging, digital payments, music, movies, cloud computing, artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, healthcare, education, advertising, even autonomous driving technologies. Instead of becoming the biggest company in one market, Tencent became one of the most influential companies in all of them. And that's exactly why so many people underestimate it. The company behind your favorite games here's something that surprises most people. Millions of gamers interact with Tencent every day without realizing it. League of Legends, Valorant, PUBG Mobile, Honor of Kings, Call of Duty Mobile, Clash Royale, Clash of Clans, Brawl Stars. These aren't random successes. They're all connected to Tencent through ownership, publishing rights, or major investments that help shape the modern gaming industry. Gaming remains one of Tencent's largest businesses and continues to be a major driver of revenue alongside social platforms and fintech. But gaming is only one piece of a much bigger puzzle. Because Tencent's real masterpiece wasn't creating a blockbuster game, it was building something far more valuable. An ecosystem, one so deeply integrated into everyday life that millions of people barely notice they're using it. China's Everything app. Imagine opening one application and never needing another. Need to chat with friends? Done. Pay your rent? Done. Book a doctor's appointment? Done. Order food? Done. Buy train tickets? Done. Watch videos? Done. Play games? Done. Invest your savings? Done. This isn't science fiction. This is WeChat. What began as a simple messaging platform evolved into what many call a super app, a single digital ecosystem, where messaging, payments, shopping, transport, entertainment, government services, and thousands of mini programs coexist. Its scale has made it central to everyday life for hundreds of millions of users in China. For many users, WeChat isn't just an app, it's an operating system for daily life, and every additional service makes the platform even harder to leave. That network effect became one of Tencent's greatest competitive advantages. The numbers are almost impossible to believe. By 2026, Tencent reported quarterly revenue of RMB 196.5 billion, roughly $29 billion in just 3 months. At the same time, the company continued investing heavily in artificial intelligence while expanding its gaming, advertising, fintech, and cloud businesses. Think about that for a moment. While many companies struggle to grow one successful product, Tencent manages an ecosystem serving over 1 billion users while generating tens of billions of dollars every quarter. And unlike many famous CEOs, the man behind this empire rarely seeks attention. His name is Pony Ma. He isn't known for flashy presentations. He rarely dominates headlines. Yet under his leadership, Tencent became one of the most influential technology companies on the planet. The startup that almost disappeared in 1998, China wasn't the digital superpower we know today. The internet was still a luxury. Less than 2% of the country's population was online, broadband was rare, and most people had never sent an instant message. The opportunity was enormous, but so was the uncertainty. While Silicon Valley was capturing the world's attention, a 27-year-old software engineer named Ma Huateng, better known as Pony Ma, saw something different. He wasn't trying to invent the next computer. He wasn't trying to build a search engine. He simply believed one thing: communication would become the foundation of the internet. Pony Ma had previously worked developing telecommunications software, where he learned how rapidly digital communication was evolving. Inspired by the success of ICQ, the world's first major instant messaging service, he wondered whether China needed its own version. Together with 4 partners, he founded Tencent in Shenzhen. But there was one major problem. They had almost no money. Unlike many American startups backed by venture capital, Tencent struggled to find investors. Every server cost money. Every new user increased expenses. And unlike today, there was no proven business model for messaging apps. Ironically, the more successful their first product became, the more money they lost. The first big gamble in February 1999, Tencent launched a messaging service called OIC, inspired by ICQ but tailored for Chinese users. It spread rapidly across internet cafes, universities and offices because it was simple, fast and free. Within months, hundreds of thousands of people had signed up. Soon, it became millions. Most startups would celebrate. Tencent panicked. Every new account meant higher server costs, more bandwidth, more maintenance. Revenue? Almost zero. The company was growing straight toward bankruptcy. At one point, Tencent reportedly explored selling the entire company because it couldn't see a sustainable future. The asking price was astonishingly small by today's standards. Few buyers showed serious interest. Looking back, that may have been one of the greatest missed investment opportunities in technology history. The app that changed everything by 2010, Tencent had already conquered China's desktop internet. QQ had hundreds of millions of users. Its gaming business was booming. Revenue was climbing every year. Most companies would have celebrated. Pony Ma didn't. Because he saw something terrifying. The future of the internet wasn't sitting on a desk anymore. It was sitting in everyone's pocket. Across China, smartphones were replacing computers faster than anyone expected. Mobile internet usage was exploding, and companies that failed to adapt risked becoming the next Nokia, a giant that missed the biggest technology shift of the century. Tencent had built an empire around desktop software. But what if people stopped using desktop computers altogether? That single question kept Pony Ma awake at night. He knew one thing for certain. If Tencent didn't reinvent itself, someone else would. A tiny team with a crazy idea. Instead of assigning hundreds of engineers to build the next mobile app, Tencent secretly gave the project to a very small team led by Alan Zhang. The mission sounded simple. Create a messaging app designed for smartphones, not computers. No one inside Tencent expected it to become one of the most influential apps ever created. In January 2011, the first version of Weixin, known internationally as WeChat, quietly launched. There were no massive advertisements, no billion-dollar marketing campaign, no celebrity endorsements, just a clean interface, fast messaging, and one brilliant feature: voice messages. Typing Chinese characters on early smartphones was slow and frustrating. The gaming empire nobody could match. While WeChat conquered mobile communication, Tencent quietly expanded somewhere else. Gaming, not by creating every successful game, but by investing in the companies creating them. It acquired Riot Games, took a major stake in Epic Games, invested in Supercell, partnered with Activision, published PUBG Mobile, expanded Honor of Kings into one of the highest-grossing mobile games ever created. Today, Tencent is widely recognized as the world's largest video game company by revenue, with a portfolio spanning mobile, PC, and console gaming. Millions of gamers never realized their favorite games all connected back to one company. Tencent wasn't simply buying games, it was buying the future of entertainment. The billion-dollar investment machine here's what made Tencent different from almost every other technology company. It didn't need to own everything. Sometimes owning just a piece was enough. Instead of fighting every startup, Tencent invested in them. Hundreds, eventually thousands, entertainment, artificial intelligence, healthcare, robotics, education, cloud computing. Fintech, this strategy reduced competition while giving Tencent access to innovation happening across the entire technology industry. If a startup succeeded, Tencent benefited. If it failed, Tencent moved on. It was one of the smartest investment strategies in modern business. Artificial intelligence, the next battlefield as the AI revolution accelerated, Tencent refused to sit on the sidelines. The company began integrating AI across WeChat, cloud services, advertising, gaming, and enterprise software. Executives repeatedly described AI as one of Tencent's biggest long-term priorities, investing heavily in infrastructure and product development. During Q1 2026, Tencent highlighted AI integration across the Weixin ecosystem while continuing significant investment in AI capabilities. Why? Because Tencent understood something important. The next generation of technology wouldn't simply connect people, it would understand them. AI recommendations, AI assistance, AI customer service, AI-powered search, AI-generated content. Tencent wanted AI everywhere, not as a separate product, but as an invisible layer powering everything users already loved. The numbers behind the empire today: Tencent isn't just another technology company, it's one of the world's most valuable digital ecosystems. As of Q1 2026, combined Weixin and WeChat monthly active accounts reached 1.432 billion. QQ still served over 500 million mobile monthly active users. Quarterly revenue climbed to approximately RMB 196.5 billion. The company continued expanding AI, gaming, fintech, cloud computing, advertising, and enterprise services. These numbers are difficult to comprehend. Very few companies influence over 1 billion people every single month. Tencent does. The price of power, but enormous influence, always comes with enormous responsibility. Supporters argue Tencent created one of the most convenient digital ecosystems ever built. Critics worry about privacy, market concentration, competition, and the amount of personal data handled by massive technology platforms. As Tencent grew larger, Governments, regulators, competitors, and consumers all began asking the same question. How much power should one technology company have? It's a question that doesn't have an easy answer. Because Tencent represents something bigger than one business. It represents the future of digital ecosystems, a future where messaging, payments, entertainment, shopping, transportation, healthcare, and artificial intelligence all exist inside one connected platform. Whether that future excites you or concerns you, one thing is undeniable. Tencent transformed the way hundreds of millions of people live every single day. And perhaps the most remarkable part of this story is that it all began with 4 young engineers, a tiny office in Shenzhen, and a messaging app that almost never survived.